I'm Jim Shaw, president of Zion Solutions Group. I'm here today to announce a new partnership with my friend and Saram from Addverb Technologies. So my background, just for everybody to know, I've been in the industry for 25 plus years. I've been part of the systems integration world for about 8 of that. Previously worked a lot at UPS, grew up in a warehouse, on the warehouse floor. I'm an engineer by degree. So glad to be here with you, Saram. I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Jim. Pleasure to be announcing a very historical day in Addverb's history to onboard Zion Solutions as our new partner. Thanks, Jim, for getting us to this point. And like they say, it's just the beginning. My name is Sriram. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer for Addverb here in the US. It's a company with its roots in India, but now starting to make strides here in the Americas. Essentially focusing on warehouse robotics and solutions. My background is I've been in this space for the last 13 years. Pretty much get excited when I see 4 walls of the warehouse and see people moving around, because then I know that there's an opportunity for me to do something to add value. But mostly really excited to partner with Zion in this journey with the kind of experience that they bring in the space and with the kind of expertise that we bring in with our products and solutions. I think here is a collaboration that we are really excited with and I'm sure all the customers out there would see a lot of value in this joint collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't start out with more of what Zion Solutions Group is, but when we describe Zion Solutions Group, we like to lead with what our vision is. Our vision when we founded it in 2022 was to deliver memorable experiences and guide intelligent change. So as part of that, we really thrive, and I think Addverb does this as well, and it's part of the reasons we're here. It's been a pretty long journey. We've taken our time to get here. We'll maybe hit it a little bit later, Saram, and we can share about it, but we believe in true partnerships. We believe that relationships make this business go. Zion is a full service systems integration company. We like to specialize in the fusion of technology and automation and robotics with traditional material handling systems. We're very excited to build partnerships with the right partners, and that's saying partners a lot, but we don't believe in transactional type relationships. We believe that everything should be mutual. You should be meeting in the middle. It should be what's best ultimately between our partners and what we can do collectively as a company and a partnership to deliver the best in-class solutions and solutions that work for our customers. So part of that is back to our vision statement, is memorable experiences. We want it to be fun to work with us. We want to work with partners that enjoy working with us, and then ultimately as a I'm gonna miss the word here, as an extension of our team to go out and work with our customers. We want that to be a memorable experience, and then it's about guiding intelligent change. We don't push and sell products. We help our customers solve problems. And so as I transition this back over to Saram, I think that's a big reason why we're sitting here having this conversation, is Addverb has a portfolio of products that are going to really help us solve our customers' problems. And it's not about pushing their products. It's about they've got a product that helps solve those problems that they're experiencing every day out in the warehouse, or as they're expanding, or as their network's growing, or as they're looking to retrofit maybe an existing facility or operation. So that's a whole mouthful. I took up a lot, but I'll flip it over to Saram, and maybe you can talk a little bit about the process and why maybe Zion was a good fit with Addverb and in the same context. Yeah,
absolutely. I think, like you said, we've taken our time, but good things take time, and that's also a very good, orchestration of how deep we want to go and how long we want to go in this journey together. I think you hit the nail in the coffin when you said, for us, what's important is a common value system. I think every partnership is built on that core pillar of having a common value system. Everything else we believe, and Jim, sure we've spoken enough of this in several of our interactions, it can be figured out. But the fact that there are few value systems that are very common to both Zion and Addverb, be it customer centricity, be it transparency, having a bias towards action. I think all of those are something that we value immensely in our journey with our customers, our employees, as well as our suppliers. And I see a similar vibe when we have a conversation with Zion. And I think what the market today needs is minds with similar value system coming together, solving hard problems, because the customers that are out there are facing challenges day in, day out. When you go and walk into a warehouse, like I said, we see labor, we see storage efficiencies, and a lot of this is obviously getting worse with the conditions outside. So we believe this recession is actually not so much a burden, but more so an opportunity for people like Zion and Adverb, because we can help companies reduce their costs, their running costs. We can also build solutions where their warehouse becomes not a cost center anymore, but actually a revenue center. And our ability to jointly develop solutions with Zion's experience on extensive system integration, working with a very complex set of technologies, with our new way of looking at fixed and flexible automation coming together, we believe that if we can allow our customers to ship products even 30 minutes earlier, they will be ahead of the competition quite a bit. And our journey is to reduce cost or increase the revenue for our customers. And I see the way we plan to work together is something that we are very excited with. And probably, Jim, will be very good to understand from you what is the road ahead for us in terms of what our partnership looks like. As I mentioned, we have done our due diligence. We have had a very methodical approach to get to where we have got to with our joint go-to-market strategy to attack a few industries where we can go and deliver our solutions. But how do you see the roadmap ahead in terms of now getting into the weeds of really executing the plan that we have put together?
Yeah, I think it's a good overview of how we came together and why we were first attracted to Adverb. And I think reciprocating is why Adverb was attracted to us. I think it starts on values. The foundation is values, and we had several conversations about we don't just enter partnerships just to say we've got a partner. We talked about how would we work through those, and one of the things that you hit on was transparency. And I think we hit that right off the bat is here's where Zion is going and how we want to serve our customers. And it's very evident where Adverb's going and the resources and the investments you all are putting into your North American business unit in the US based market and coming and being an international company and just seeing the exciting resources, investment, time, and the caliber team that you're putting together in the States. So I think it started there. It started with a base foundation of we serve similar markets. So retail, e-commerce, food and beverage, the grocery industry, the retail grocery industry. And we go out and we're not really a BD, and we talked about this a lot. We're not going out and truly, you're not knocking on doors in this business, in this industry. You're leaning on relationships, you're leaning on technologies, and you're leaning on your brand. And we feel like we've got all three of those, and we find partners that help complement that. And then we go out and see what problems do those customers have. And so as we've already done on a few opportunities, we'll go in and see that this is a good application for some or all, up to all of your all's business portfolio. You all have got a lot of different robotic solutions that solve a lot of problems. You've got a software system that is a very powerful software system from the WM down to the controls with a strong execution layer. And we're seeing a lot of companies that are looking for where can they minimize their points of integration? Where can they maximize their ability to work with a single provider that doesn't put islands or points of use automation and technology out into their operations? And so I think the process we always take, it's a Zion life cycle. We've got a 6-step process we follow. We go and do discovery. We'll do a scope of work and we'll analyze. And during that discovery session, we think of it as we have a group of players that we're drafting from, and it's our partners. And so we go in and we evaluate. We have conversations with our customers. And I think one of the biggest things we do, which is a core value of us, is we listen. We ask a lot of questions and we listen. And you'll find out what problems they need solving. And you can give them, you'll hear their biases, you'll understand where they need help and where they may not know what they need help on. And so once we know that, now I'm excited to come back and say, I've got this partner sitting on the table that I can pick up an Addverb and say, let's go attack this together. Some of it may be just application based. Some of it may be comprehensive total solutions, which is again, I'm using the word attract a lot, but that was the attraction. The less points of integration, the less islands of automation and technology, the better, the cleaner the technology stack is, and just really the system stack for customers is where we're striving to be. And we feel like we're very creative, and I think we've met a partner in Addverb that also has a lot of creativity. And you mentioned it, it's reactivity. You got to be fast in response. You got to ask the questions, you got to respond to the questions, and that's a shared value that we had. And I think we're both passionate. You know, I think we're two passionate companies that'll come out and working with customers, and we're innovative in both. You all are leading the way in some technology. It's going to change the world, and it's going to really help and really benefit people. And then the last thing is, I think we're going to have some fun together. It's important to us to have fun and be able, not every day's great, but that's part of a partnership as well. You know, it's not always about being on either side of the fence. It's a lot of times problems are solved in the middle. Problems are solved when you have mutual agreement on what works best for the customer, and not necessarily what's best for you as a partner or me as a company. And I think we'll have a good opportunity to put that into action in 2023. And we're excited about it.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that caught my attention was changing the world, and that's something we are very passionate about. One of our vision is to bring a human-robot collaboration into reality, and I think that's where this digital world and this people world are merging together. And somewhere I feel in this partnership between Zion and Addverb, I think the human angle is something that you guys bring to the table from, you know, your experiences running massive operations in your leadership group, to bringing customers from basically manual operations to fully automated facilities. So you understand the human angle, you understand the operator angle, you understand the operations angle. And here we are bringing the robotics and the technology angle. So for us, we see, you know, our vision statement of being human-robot collaboration, a direct synonym of what Zion and Addverb bring together to the table. And for us, it's always about not really replacing the humans either. I think that's a question we get quite often as robotics companies, but we want to enhance their lives. I mean, today we are living in a world where, you know, there are people who want to do value-added jobs. They don't want to do repetitive jobs. They don't want to do stuff that a robot can do even better without, you know, stopping for a sip of a coffee. It works 8 hours throughout, and that's what we need to identify what are the actions and tasks where robots can actually add value and humans cannot, and identify aspects where humans and robots can add value together. And that's where we see the world moving towards. And I think our discussions have always been around how can we identify those, like you said, go to a warehouse and identify the problem statements. And sometimes, and then this is something I'm sure Zion does very well, which I've experienced in my conversations, is telling the customer what they don't know. You know, just going through that journey that, hey, these are the things that's actually happening in your business, which you may have not come across because you're so busy in getting your pallets and cases out that you probably end up missing a few basics within the facility. And that's where we are here to almost position ourselves. And we say this quite often within our company, we are warehouse doctors. We come in, we check in on the health, and then we say, hey, here's a prescription for you. And if you're insured well enough, you'll get good drugs, and we'll make sure that you're in the journey with us together. So with that, I will leave to say, Jim, that for us, again, it goes back to the culture. And I think two things that I believe is going to be the pillar of our success is honesty and authenticity. And that is something we commit to as Addverb, which we strongly back ourselves with. And I think a true sign of a good partnership is to build your entire partnership strategy around honesty, transparency, and authenticity, along with the skill set that we all bring together. So I'll hand it over back to you, Jim, for a closing comment.
Yeah, I think you spoke and said it well. And so just really appreciate the opportunity. We never take for granted that individuals or companies or customers, for that matter, want to work with us. And at the end of the day, we wake up and we're just, one of our other co-founders, Chuck Frank, says it all the time. We're just humans helping humans. And I think that at the end of the day is what we're after, and just doing work that's worth doing. And I think we've found a partner that's going to complement that. It's not our only partner, and you know that. We're not your only integrator.
Absolutely.
But when we go in together, I think our customers are going to have and understand and see and have a lot of confidence in the solutions that we bring to them. We'll execute on them. They'll know that we're going to be there. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a memorable experience. And they're going to say that was the right change for us. It was intelligent change versus us just trying to shove in whatever's in your product portfolio and whatever I'm best at solutioning. So if we've done that, at the end of the day, we'll be friends, we'll be business partners, and we'll make a lot of impact and have a lot of fun along the way. So glad to be able to do this. And what would we tell our customers now that are asking, like the ones that are going to be interested, what would we tell them? That be on the lookout for, if you're in the market for your warehouse to be redesigned, if you're in the market for AMR technology, if you're in the market for software systems and technology stacks that may fit your needs on 2 or 3 different levels, if you're in the line for more of an ASRS type system, what would you add to that, Saram, is just so they can get excited about, let's contact one of these guys?
Absolutely. I will just say this to keep it very simple. If you're looking for warehouse automation solutions, you have A to Z available with Addverb and Zion in the mix. So we cover the entire gaps and the white spaces right from A up to Z. So I think that I leave it at that. And I think you've covered more or less what we can bring to the table for the customers.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Good.
Yeah.